take yourself off of mute if you want to say something, but just so everybody can hear me, just going to mute everybody for now. Okay. A snack is generally defined as food eaten between the main meals. That's really what a snack is. Many people snack at least once during the course of the day. Okay, so basically a snack is something that happens between those main meals. Most humans actually snack at least once a day. Although I do know some people that do not snack. They were brought up not to snack, and there's other reasons. So why is that? Why are we snacking? Now that looks like a pretty nice snack. If somebody were to put that plate in front of me with all those fresh, colorful vegetables and a nice, really good tasting dip, I could probably polish off all of those veggies because somebody else prepared it for me nicely and it looks great. Or if you're sitting in front of the TV, you sit there and eat your veggies and dip instead of the chips. So why do we snack? Okay, here's some reasons why we snack. Most common reason we snack is because our stomach starts to do a little bit of growling and we're just like, oh, I'm starting to get hungry. I think I need something. That's one reason. Another reason is you might feel low energy. You get this like little dip in energy. Maybe it was the days when you were working and around 2 o'clock after you'd had your lunch and things have settled and you're still digesting and you're trying to focus on work and you get that little dip in energy. That's another reason why people might go to the kitchen looking for something. Is this sounding familiar to anybody? Any of these reasons? What about you start to crave something, that certain taste of something? What's an example of like where all of a sudden you get a craving? Can somebody describe a situation where all of a sudden you have a craving for something?
Chocolate.
Yes. Okay. And Lisa, what happens when this craving for chocolate comes up? What are you doing?
Something's going on in my brain.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, I just know it's like there's like a little looping conversation going on.
Okay.
Almost like it's saying, oh, you need this.
Yes. Anybody else have a situation? I'm curious if you're going to say it because I can think of a couple situations where all of a sudden I'm just craving something. Anybody have a certain scenario?
Mine's peanut butter.
Okay, peanut butter. And does something prompt you to feel like all of a sudden you need peanut butter?
Yeah, it usually tells me that my iron is low.
Okay, so it's something to do with your nutrient deficit, say in your body, and then you crave it. Okay,
I sometimes when I'm watching TV or reading a magazine and see food, it'll make me desire that food.
Okay. Yes, that's what I was going for, Candace, because have you ever been like totally satisfied? You're just like going along and, all of a sudden something on TV comes on and all of a sudden there's somebody with this beautiful piece of chocolate and they're eating this delicious. All of a sudden I'm craving chocolate because I visually see it on a commercial. What about, has this ever happened to you where I've been on a walk even and somebody passes me and they're eating something absolutely delicious, or I can smell it even, it's like, we don't have smell-o-vision yet, but where you smell some food, all of a sudden now you crave it. So anyways, I just wanted to say there's different reasons we crave. Either something clicks in our brain, like Lisa said, and all of a sudden you're like craving chocolate. Carolyn's given the thing where maybe her body is deficient and feeling deficient in something, so she craves certain things. For me, I'm such a visual person. Like if I'm watching TV and all of a sudden, even if it's Netflix and there's no commercial and somebody's eating something on the commercial, like they're eating popcorn or something, guess what? I'm going to feel like popcorn. Okay. What about if you need to take a vitamin or medication with food? Somebody in the last class mentioned this, and so I added it to the slide. I thought about this. I think this is my father. Sometimes he's got to eat that little snack because he's got to take some kind of medication, and you're supposed to have it with food, so he has to have a little bite of something. So I added that to the slide. All right, let's keep going along. Yeah, stress at work or worry. Yes, Megan's saying when you're stressed. Oh my goodness, like stress for me, sometimes there's things, if I'm really, really stressed, then I can't do anything. I can't eat anything. I'm just like, I'm anxious. I can't have anything. But if I'm just kind of pissed off slightly, if I'm kind of a little bit mad, then I want to eat. So in the research, when I did the research, these are the common snack choices that people will go for. So some of them are probably more common than others, and some are probably, better for you than others. But these are the most common: fruit, cookies, chips, ice cream, candy, popcorn, soft drinks, crackers, cake, milk, nuts, seeds, cheese, and yogurt. Those are the common, like, sort of snacky things that we tend to go for. Now, if I would just go for a piece of fruit every time I needed a snack, I probably would be less weight than I am. My husband can crave fruit, and he'll go and have a pear or something like that. He'll say, "Do you want half a pear?" And I'm like, I'll go like that, exactly that face. I don't know. That's not really what I feel like. And then I sometimes will have the half a pear because he's cutting it, but that's not what I'm craving. I'm probably craving something more a little bit carby, like crackers. Maybe I go grab a piece of cheese out of the fridge and stick the cheese on the crackers. Like, that's what I would be more craving. All right, or craving more, I should say, is proper English. Okay, so snacking has been associated with a healthy diet, but as somebody mentioned, Roberta mentioned, it can also lead to health problems. And it really depends on, 1, what you snack on, 2, why are you snacking? Why are you snacking? We're going to get into that a bit. And 3, the frequency of how often you're having snacks. So again, it's what you're snacking on, why are you snacking? And that's a really important question. And then the frequency. Now I'll get into these a little bit more and provide a couple little stories and things too, just so you sort of understand it a bit better. So one of the benefits to snacking, and this might have been why, Elaine, you were asking about it initially. I can't even remember. I think it was just to get better ideas, because you're just sort of tired of the same old, right? We get tired of our own ideas for snacks. So the number one is to boost our energy. Now that's if it's been several hours since you had that other meal, and maybe your blood glucose level is starting to drop. So that's a really good way to kind of boost your energy a little bit. So maybe you had breakfast a little earlier than expected for whatever reason, or you haven't gotten to your lunch at the time you normally have lunch for some reason. Maybe you're waiting for, a friend is coming over to have lunch with you, and it's usually you have lunch at 12, but they're not coming till 12:30. Maybe you do have that little mid, in that time, a little snack just to kind of keep your energy up so your blood glucose levels don't